Today's video was brought to you by the Big Cheese Crusaders, link below in the description. What's up, guys? So funny, I was just watching Instagamer's her pariscope. This isn't going to be long. If it's like 5 minutes, I'll be shocked. Where she was talking about said person, don't want to name him in the stream. And she was saying that, you know, because she made her video, she got doxxed. How can you call someone a victim? I'm trying to think of the best way to word this. When you sit behind a keyboard and you won't confront anyone in any real way. Leafy got hacked again. See, this shit just fucking pisses me off, man. This drama is just getting... Look, I've talked about drama from time to time on my channel. I'm not going to make it like I never have, but I've never seen it this bad with, like, drama-dedicated channels, and it's just getting out of fucking control. But my thing is, how can you say that someone's crying a victim when you're a fucking pussy that sits behind your computer and you won't show yourself in any real way? She wanted you on that video, dude. You could have went on a Skype call and you could have been behind a VPN. You could have hid your voice. Billion different things you could have did. How could you say? And then the thing is, you say shit about people all the time that is flat out untrue. Okay, even if you thought her video was biased, why the doxing? Even if it isn't the said person, why? Why the fucking doxing? Because you didn't like what she had to say? This shit's crazy, man. It has to be discussed. You know, I don't like discussing it at all. I really don't. I would just love to just fucking make videos and go on with my life. But it has to be. It has to be discussed because no, man, I would just love to live my life and be able to do what I do without one person overseas thinking that because he has an issue with me that he gets to dictate what I can and cannot do. That's insanity. He's not a judge, juror, executioner. He has no right to do that. Big Cheat, just give me my 200. You're here right now, man. Ask me any question that you want to. I'll still do your debate. Don't worry about that. Ask me a question that I want. Any question that you want. No, this isn't the actual debate. Pick a question, man. I'll answer one before I go to bed. This isn't about 200 bucks. This isn't about 200 bucks. There's fucking YouTubers out there that have scammed people out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. Just give me my 200. I know you're there, man. I'm waiting to ask any question that you want. No, getting him killed would do nothing. That would do the exact opposite. I want to actually, in the end, use him to set a legal precedent so this shit doesn't happen again. Believe me, it's been tempting to put out. I have information on him, and I was almost tempted one time to put it on the internet, but I didn't because I don't want to stoop down to his level. Just give me my 200. I'll do a Skype call with you right now, man. That I'll stay up for. Yeah, I'm still going to review the phone. I had to today with stuff outside of YouTube and the fact that my camera crashed. I was mid-fucking review and my camera crashed, and I had to update the firmware in both of them, which for some reason took a hell of a lot longer than it should have. Just give me my 200's gone on one of my live streams. Yeah, dick's out for Harambe, man. Seriously? Yes, I'm going to stream on Twitch again. Absolutely, I'm going to stream on Twitch again. No, but even ask a question here right now. Ask a question of anything that you'd want. I'll do your stream on any time zone you want, man. I don't care. But ask one now. Ask a burning question that you think, minus me getting donations for a camcorder in 2013 when I was making, early 2013, when I was making fuck all on YouTube, and a $200 fallout with somebody, which was resolved. What else have I done that wasn't fabricated or was cherry-picked to make look like something that was really fraudulent? Because I assure you, I could debunk anything that's been said about me. Abuse metadata. When do I abuse meta tags? All my meta tags correspond to my channel. Who uses metadata? I talk about gaming. I talk about current events. Where is that abusing metadata? I'll wait for an answer on that one. Yeah, they do. Okay, so if I talk about a political current event and I still have a bunch of YouTube videos up that are gaming videos, yes, my channel correlates with that. Come on, man. If I was putting meta tags in the actual description, that violates it. Another one. Let's keep going. Yeah, and my tags, I have generic tags that correlate to my channel. That's not violating. If I had tags in the description, that violates it. All right, man. Keep going. Keep going on to something else now. I'm not a victim. That's the point of my title. No, I'm not arguing with some random guy. It'll be over in a minute. I'll let him ask one more question. So far, he's saying that I have misleading tags in my videos. Okay. But that's, out of all the countless things that, like, that's the one that you asked, that's fine. you brought it up. I said I would answer. The tags are fine. The tags correlate to what my channel's about. If I had a video where I was talking about gaming, but I put it in a politics category, that's different. It's not a debate. I'm still going to give you the debate. But you could ask another question. Ask any question that you want. And then I'm going to go to bed. I said 2 questions. That was 1. No, I'm not. If you mean, no, I want to say one. If he did a Skype call now, that'd be fine. I'd give him a half an hour for a Skype call, but I'll let him ask one more question. I know the tags are fine. That's like the weakest thing I think. I was expecting something maybe about Shadow's government or one of the other ridiculous things that are out there. He asked me about fucking meta tags. Really? Out of everything you could have asked? Yeah, you could even, yeah, I know that. What I have is I have tags that correlate to the shit that's on my channel. It was a question. It was just a weird one to ask out of all the ones you could have asked. There's a billion things. You guys have all this quote-unquote damning evidence against me. No, I've been fine with Big Cheese like 24 hours after that whole thing happened. You don't have to go into deep shit. Just ask one more question. Ask one more question, and then that's it. Ask any question that you want. I'll answer. No matter what, I answered the other one. I thought it was a dumb question, but I answered it. People mess with everyone's getting hacked, botted, and swatted, and fuck, it's ridiculous. I have a very small dick. I'm sure that clip will be used against me now. Of course it's sad and petty. No one will straight up admit to the fact that they doxed her. One more real question. I'll give you 2 minutes to ask any question that you want. Because, see, the thing is, even Big Cheese, as much as he pissed me off and I've probably blocked him, yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I have screen caps of it. I absolutely do. He kind of fucked up on that one. And I found that out myself, and there was other stuff I had that someone sent to me. I absolutely do have positive, definitive proof that it is him. Don't know if it would hold up in court, but anyone with a brain and an IQ over 80 would know. And I have the screen caps saved in multiple places. So. If he was just trying to get a rise out of me, he would just be making videos on YouTube. And honestly, I wouldn't give a fuck. But it goes well beyond YouTube. You can check his Twitter right now to see. Yeah. Yeah, if Archaea Critic was me, oh my god, that would be beautiful. I wish. I wish I was that much of an evil genius. What is bothering you? Do you see what he's trying to do now with me going to that show? I don't know what Bond is doing. I could care less what Bond is doing. This is just between me and whatever couple people you're going to get. I have no idea what Bond is doing. I'm not like, I'm cool with him, but I don't like know him on that level. The best is, I saw a video out there where I sold personal stuff that I owned on eBay. And people were making it that I was like doing something shady on eBay. Oh, no. It was, it actually, eBay was in my favor with this. I had a Samsung Intercept that was in perfect working order when I sent it out to the guy who bought it on eBay. He did something to it. I don't know what the hell he did. I even have pictures proving that the phone was in perfect working order. He said I sent him a broken phone. I'm like, dude, the phone wasn't broken. I'm not taking back something broken. And I had the pictures, and he like filed some complaint against me, which knocked down the points on because you have a rating on eBay. So I got pissed. I said, eBay, look, I got pictures that the phone was working. And they're like, yeah, you're right. So they refunded me and refunded him, but I still got, a negative rating on my account. That's what that was about, but that was turned into something big. See, here's the thing that you're noticing is that when I'm not big on YouTube, I'm not big. 500,000 subscribers is like the equivalent of having like 5,000 back in like 2007. But it's just people love to talk shit, man. I'll give you one more bonus question. Give me any question that you want. Give me my 200. Then I'm going to go to bed because I got to piss too. So I'm not big. Yeah. You wouldn't use me as a jump rope. God, the lighting looks terrible. Again, just give me my 200. I'm more than willing to do the full debate. This isn't me like doing a cop-out, so don't worry. If you ask another question, I'm not going to, Got to get some stuff for my chapped lips, though. Nah, I won't be naming my kid Ralph. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm very happy with the growth of my channel. I mean, it was funny, that one Alex Jones video I did from 2 years ago, I had like a mass exodus of subscribers. I only went negative a couple days, but if you look at my social blade, because the people saw like from 2 years ago, they just got uncovered again. But there were only 2 days I went to negative. No, that's fine. I don't care that you're sending 2 other people. That's fine. As long as you do anything, there was rumors that I heard that someone was going to try to get me to do the debate on Twitch, which I wouldn't do anyway, and they were going to try to play porn to get a violation on my channel. That would have been kind of shady. Cool, man. Okay, so they weren't wrong. So I wasn't just being a drama. See, there you go, guys. It's right there. I wasn't being a drama queen. Someone was going to do that and try to get my Twitch taken down. But even before I was told that, I would have been skeptical and wouldn't have done that. Well, he has some bot that if anyone tweets me, his bots tweet them videos about me exposing me. Yeah, Twitter stream, because no offense, even though I just hit 30K on Twitter, if my Twitter gets taken down, boo-hoo. Wah. Yeah, fine. It's already taken over. Wait, you're on... Here's what happened. Let me explain that thing about me wanting to quit Twitter. I was debating getting off of social media for a very long time, probably a couple months. And there was a fallout with somebody who you guys may know, but we kind of buried the hatchet on that. That's why I'm not going to name that person here. Where I was just like, he wasn't just a troll, he was someone that I kind of knew and respected. So I was like, you know what? That was like the cherry on the shit sundae. And then my friend, who I won't name either because I don't want anyone trolling him, he was like, dude, you can't, I know you've been thinking about it for a while, but you can't quit social media. You can't, you need it for what you do. And I'm like, you're right. You know, I was hesitant. I really wanted to just keep it shut down. I really was going to shut down my Facebook. It wasn't impulsive in me being a drama queen. I was just like, you know what, maybe I'll just upload YouTube videos. It'll probably be healthier for me. But he was right. You know, it's something I need. So I kind of thank him for slapping some sense into me. I don't know why I just slapped myself to prove that point, but it's 1 a.m. where I'm at, East Coast. Ah, I'm wrong. Yeah, it's 1:02. I know she was doxxed, which is funny because he puts up the person who supposedly didn't dox her, even if it was someone else. They put up videos, or he puts up videos all the time talking shit about other people. She technically talked shit about him, even though she wanted him on the show, and she was doxxed for stating her quote-unquote, or speaking her mind, let's say. Like, what's the difference? What's the issue? He does the same thing. What's the double standard about? It's not illegal if it's public information. Doxing, unfortunately, is not illegal. I have a feeling that's going to change, though, in the very near future. MySpace. Alright, guys, I'm going to bed. What's with the camera shots? What's someone taking a shot of me? Alright. I'm going to bed because, like I said, I said like 10 minutes ago I got to take a leak. It's 1:04 in the morning. So have a good night, guys. And the thing is, man, the reason I did this stream is I saw Becky Boop's live stream, and you can't be a tough guy from behind a keyboard. You can't be. You're not tough behind a keyboard. It's just not, you know, I don't know. The internet is making a generation of fucking freaks. That's all I could say. Have a good night. Can I eat a cucumber? Thank you, man. I don't know why. That's so weird. Yeah, this is pointless because it's not posting on Twitter, so. Doing plenty about it. I don't know. It's weird. It is what it is, man. And if he stops, someone else will come in and take his place and do something. It's part of doing YouTube. I mean, the reality of it is I know people who've dealt with a lot worse, so. Well, no, for some reason it keeps on saying that I don't have, like, it won't link it to my Twitter. It keeps on saying there's some kind of error. I don't understand why. His argument is weak. His argument is totally weak, and he knows it's weak. Yeah, John, he keeps on saying that they keep on using you as like a pawn to say that I attacked an autistic kid. I love that. I cannot wait for the real debate for that. I'm like, my mouth is watering to answer some of their diehard questions. No, just give me my 200 is in here. He already be trolling. He's not in here. Okay. You want proof, too? Beyond the fact that I actually got proof, even though in court it would be considered circumstantial. I guess you could say that, or no, you could definitely say, if he isn't, first off, I have a whole bunch of stuff that proves that he is, but if he wasn't the RTU critic in review hell, he would have sued me by now. Even though it would have been worthless, because at least, at minimum, he's admitted, yeah, he did, well, the gym call, I have text and stuff too, that he's like, he says, I'm Bruce, I'm this guy during the day, and at night I'm review hell. I have actually screen caps of that. Who accused you of using, yeah, you used John as a pawn to say that I was going after an autistic kid. Yeah, you did. You did exactly that. Just like you said I was abusing YouTube's meta tags, which two things. One, I asked my account manager over at Curse about the meta tags, and I told him, look, I use the same ones that are about my channel. He said it wasn't an issue. And secondly, the reason I changed them is because if people did start flagging them, even though the strikes would have gotten removed, I would have still gotten strikes on my account, and I would have probably been out of doing crap videos for 2 weeks. Happened to me before. I had my intro, that someone went after the explosion, which is what the hell is the term, legal term, once you could use something because there's no copyright on it. And someone tried to say they had the code to the explosion. I didn't use him as a pawn to spy on you, dude. He spied on you with his own accord, royalty free. No, there's another term for it though. Whatever. It's fair use, royalty free. It's the same thing. So instead of dealing with the headache, I changed the tags. Yeah, whatever, man. Come on, I still talk to John to this day. I admittedly unfriended him recently because I thought he was giving out personal information that was going on with me through my Facebook, but I was wrong and he wasn't. So I still talk to him. Sierra, you're really coming back and doing this again? Weren't you just afraid about doing all this? Come on, man. You said you learned your lesson, dude. I thought you were better than all that. I gotta get some chapstick. That's why I'm glad I'm doing gameplay videos today. I need to get some chapstick, man. Need to get my tooth less crooked too. I will give you credit though, Sierra. That was, I mean, I'm sure you were scared because of the circumstances, but at the same time, you could have, just ran away and hid. You did come out and apologize. You could have just ran away, closed down your accounts, and just never came back. So I give you a lot of credit for that. I mean, your butt was to the flame, but a lot of people wouldn't have done what you've done. So kudos to you for that. Troll or not, I give credit where credit's due. What's up, Jihadi Ralph? I don't hold grudges, man. If people stop with me, like, I don't care even if you chase me down the street with a knife. I'll let it go. I'm waiting for a burning question. I'll answer him again, just give me my 200 during the debate. I want you to ask me the nastiest thing you could think of that you think that I actually do or have done. Like, the best is I hear because I sold stuff on eBay that I own. Or they're like, oh, Rich is fraudulent because I sold a Samsung Intercept. That worked. And I had the pictures. And that's how I got the money back from eBay. They're like, oh, damn, we saw the pictures. I mentioned this in another stream I did. I think it was Review Hell that used that against me, or Archaea Critic now, excuse me, where he's like, oh, Rich was fraudulent and selling shady things on eBay. Like, and that's the thing. Or, you know, or I was going after an autistic kid, John Carlos, who's right here in the stream right now, who can actually vouch for himself. Or that I went after someone with OCD. Yeah, I made a parody video on them, and someone tricked me saying that someone was going to sue me over it. So I took down the video just not to deal with the headache. And it ended up being a troll. And it was funny, I should have known better, because I'm smarter than that. When I was calling... No, I didn't use him. Didn't use him. He's right here right now. I didn't use him. I don't care that you have... I have the same screenshots you did. Drama Alert did a story on it. Even Drama Alert said, all right, we're seeing what Rich is doing. The kid was being a pain in the ass. He was saying, get off my lawn. He used that analogy. Don't say that, man. It's such bullshit. This is why I don't get, like, why twist around things that I've done? Why? So so if you wrote the Drama Alert article on that, why did you give me a pass? So why are you going after me now when you're the one who gave me a pass on that? That makes even less sense. Just give me my 200. Thank you. The guy right here who you're saying I used is right here saying I didn't use him. So then someone else wrote an article then, because the article in the end said, oh, Rich, I don't have the article in front of me, but if you read it, you'll understand what I'm saying. Yeah, I know the whole 1316 killer thing. It's still not an upgrade. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. There's been refinements in consoles. There was a PS1 that had a slightly faster clock speed for making load times a little quicker. Not an upgrade because you couldn't play different games on it. Same hardware with a slightly better clock speed. Okay, so Drama Alert did rewrite the article then. So stop. Why don't we talk about the criminals? Just give me my 200 that your butt buddy from Scotland loves to bring up all the time. Let's talk about the criminals. Ask me some questions about them. You're metaphorical, butt buddy. I don't think wherever you're from, I don't think his, penis can reach you from there. Or even people who aren't the trolls. If you're here and you've seen a video, I'll answer the questions during the debate too. I'm not like, this isn't like a cop-out, dude. They never got a dox. The only thing I got was they're like, okay, we know he's from the UK. Okay, they know he's from Scotland. They got the city and town, which I already had from someone else who had nothing to do with them. So I put 2 and 2 together. That was never an actual dox. When one of them, who I won't mention because I know he's slander lawsuit happy, posted on his Twitter that he was actually going to dox you, wanted to pay people to find out information, that was part of the reason I broke ties with them. And they're not criminals. Whatever their past was, they're both not in prison right now. And they weren't in prison when I worked with them. And the thing against one of them, who was the psychiatrist, was bullshit. He was exonerated of that and wasn't even in trouble for it. So how did I work with criminals? What does their past have to do with me? Yeah, because they linked up the information. So what does that have to do with anything? You're just, here's the thing that annoys me, man. You're just little fucking kids. I don't care if you're 40. You're little kids that just, you're obsessed with doing. If it wasn't me, you'd be doing it to someone else. I'm sure you do it to other people, too. You know, if I don't even have a speeding ticket, or maybe I have one from years ago on my record. So, you know, I go by the actual court of law, not the court of a fucking stalker from overseas who's too much of a pussy to actually get on stream. That's who I go by. He's not the judge, jury, and executioner. Yeah, I know you've been doxxed, and he harassed your mother. He fucking harassed your mother. That's the thing. He's always about justice, justice, justice. He sits on this non-existent fucking soapbox, and then he's in the background doing the shadiest shit, calling you nasty, horrible things to your mother. I've seen it. I've seen the text. And this is what these little nerds, this is their savior. So you want to go after me? He's sitting there he's calling like these horrible names, like saying to John that he was saying to John that his parents wish he was never born, and then he was saying nasty shit to the mother, and it was just like, what the fuck? And you're doing this because you're on a crusade? Piss off. Dude, you say you kick people out. Alright, thank you. You kick people. You see, the thing is, you don't kick. I know why you don't kick RTU Critic out. I know why you don't. Because when he temporarily left from ReviewChinaUSA for like a month, you guys all fizzled out. You all fizzled out. So I know why you keep him in there, because he's so nuts, keeps this exciting for you. That's why. So you may kick people that are out for doing immoral things, but you won't kick out RTU Critic because he's like the Osama bin Laden of your group. You know, he's the head of the snake. You cut him off, your whole group dies. Am I wrong? Just give me my 200. When he left, I didn't hear shit from the Big Cheese Crusaders. Nothing. It was like crickets were chirping. Who says you're e-terrorist, man? It was a metaphor that I made up that's called sarcasm. I thought you would be smart enough to get that. But am I wrong, though? When he left, you guys did shit. You did shit. Tell me I'm wrong. He said he was retiring because he walked away with his tail between his legs because he got scared off. And all you guys went dark. I got a couple tweets. Oh, but maybe if you gave him his 200, maybe able to get, I don't know, a Christmas tree up your ass. I don't know, whatever the hell you said at the time. But nothing. Got nothing. So you won't kick him out. Oh, of course he denies being 180 because he knows. Here's the thing. One, I'm sure he's socially awkward. I'm positive he's socially awkward. And secondly, I know he has a kid. I know he goes to school. If people found out what he does behind the scenes, his whole life would be destroyed. His whole life would be turned upside down. Yeah. I know more about him than he wants. You know, I'll never give out his personal information. I have a good chunk of it. So there's some holes in it, but I have a good chunk of it. My knowledge isn't creepy. Actually, everything I got, and the funniest thing, the criminals that I was affiliated with got me zero of the information. I didn't even ask for the information. I got the information. Just randomly showed up from multiple different sources, and there was one of them maybe that was involved with the Crusaders. The rest of them were outside. What did Becky say? I didn't see. That's the whole irony. is that they keep on saying that, oh, you got all the information from, like, Shadow's government. Or I got fuck all from Shadow's government. Oh, yeah, I saw that. I saw that. What's going on, RetroPixel? Yeah, I have never doxed anybody. Like I just said to you, and I just said it in the stream too. What happened was they got the city and town that he was in, and before people sent me the same information, so it lined up. So yeah, I did thank them. I'm not hiding. I got rid of. There were things that happened behind the scenes that I legally can't mention because I don't want slander lawsuits. It was phone calls and conversations that was like, you know what? Yeah, these people ain't my cup of tea. That's what stopped that. It had nothing to do with the trolling, actually. Oh, yeah, of course I reported to YouTube. Multiple times. He liked my video, that's it. Scarce. Well, it's funny, man. You don't respond to the drama. Like, look at guys like Linus Tech Tips. His Twitter got hacked. You don't respond to the drama, you get swatted. So you know what? I hear the same shit said about me time and time and time and time again, so we discuss it. Dude, Scarce has talked about YouTubers that are smaller than me, so don't even try that. Because if I was insignificant to you, just give me my 200, you wouldn't be doing this. That's the irony of it. You make it like I'm a big failure on YouTube and everything, but why are you here? You're here to get attention out of it, obviously, right? I'm sure if I was a million sub channel, I even said it. If I was a million, maybe because Scarce is much bigger now. That might be why. Yeah, exactly. I rather, you know what I mean? Like, it was so fun. Like, what made me snap was one day I was out with my fiance somewhere, and she gets a text, and it's, I know it's going to be circumstantial. People say I can't prove it, but the RTU Critic talked to somebody from my fiance's mother's parish and was asking her information about my fiance. Asking her information about fiance on Facebook. You know, that's just criticism though, right? Just criticism. I have 172 people in here. It's fine. It's fine. Thank you, though, Becky. Because here's the thing. He thinks I'm an idiot. He has the RTU Critic YouTube channel. And what he does is he hides behind, oh, I'm just criticism. So when stuff goes, so little kids think he's just a critic and the mentally ill man children. And behind the scenes, he's doing a whole bunch of more stuff. So, you know, that's his veil, that's his cape, or that's his beard, I guess you could say, is I'm just criticism. So when I do, like, oh, Rich, why are you feeding the troll? He's just a critic. What's the big deal? Young Turks have critics. They have dedicated YouTube channels. I'm like, it's more than that. I tried to set up a boxing match with him. I would have done it. I would have done it. That wasn't just me doing a publicity stunt, man. I would have done it. See, that's the thing, though. He won't confront me in any real way. But that wasn't just like a rhetorical invitation. If, like, Keemstar or whatever wanted to set it up, I would have been there. I would have looked like Butterbean, and I would have been legally... We would have been legally swinging at each other. Trust me, I wouldn't have lost the boxing match. I assure you. Ryu versus Akuma. I may be fat, but you'd be surprised how much I can move. That's cool, Pete. I want to do a voice-to-voice debate with him. I don't want to do... I think it's stupid. I think it's dumb. I don't understand why. That's an air conditioning. I have to have that thing running at full blast or else it'll get too humid down here. I know it's annoying. I'm a cam girl. Yeah, there's no real questions here. It'll be interesting to see what questions they come with on yeah, text debates do suck because you were sitting there waiting for him to type things. It's all a game to him, man. He must have such an empty life. He really does. And I know he makes videos saying, "Oh, Rich, you're fat. Rich, you're this. Rich, you're that." I'm set, man. I'm happy in my life. You know, even if YouTube goes to shit, I'm happy in my life. I got a kid in a way. I got a family. I enjoy what I do for work, minus these assholes. He obviously has something missing. I mean, it's common sense. You don't have to be a psychiatrist to see it. For him to put so much effort into something on his free time is incredible. There could be so many other things he's doing with his life, but he's doing this. I'm not releasing his info. I'm not going down to that level. I was tempted at one time. I was very tempted at one time, but I didn't. It's not right. I was like a keystroke away from putting it out there, but I'm not going to do it. It puts me on his level, and he's from the UK, that I can say. There was one time there was a fake docs, and I just wanted to know if anyone knew it to verify it, and I put it up for like 4 minutes on Facebook, and then I took it down. But it ended up being fake. It ended up being a docs he made to trick me into thinking it was him, and it was the wrong information. So it was a docs he made, and I was like, does anyone know if this is real? And people got pissed, and they were right. You know, it's not worth doing it. But I've never personally doxed him. He goes after anyone that's affiliated with me. Anybody that's affiliated with me, he goes after. He's not done pursuing Becky. I'll believe that when I see it. He's not done pursuing Becky. He'll say he's done pursuing Becky, but that's a crock of shit. No, I'm cool with Humpmaster Flex, man. It's not Humpmaster Flex. I can tell you that right now. Wonder what happened to him, by the way. I was friends with him on Facebook, on my old Facebook. I forgot to friend him on my new one. You know when the RTU Critic will really stop? You want to know when he'll really stop? He's going to get a girlfriend. And all of a sudden, he'll just disappear. He'll shut down his accounts. He'll shut down everything. But he's done too much and people aren't going to forget. But the other thing is, too, if that girl ever breaks up with him, or woman, or man, or blow-up doll, whatever it may be, he'll come back with a vengeance because he'll, like, let out his rage on the internet. It'll be 1,000 times worse than it was before. So I hope he, like, ends up marrying the next chick he gets with, man. Yeah, because this is why not getting laid fixes everything, Sierra. It's being in a relationship. He obviously isn't in one now. There's no way he could be in any kind of healthy relationship with how he acts. It's just no. Okay, he's in the stream now. He could ask me a question if he wants. If you're referring to me being the fat bastard who hasn't gotten laid in years, I have a kid on the way. So unless it was immaculate conception. He must, you know what, in a way, I don't feel bad for him because he's just a miserable son of a bitch, but he must wake up like as a shell of a person. He must feel angry every day he wakes up. For him to project that much rage over something so frivolous over the internet, he must really be unhappy. Thank you, Maximilian. No, I don't think he's gay. I think a lot of his problem actually is too, but it's ironic because when I do lose weight, it'll be interesting to see because I've been actually doing that. If I lose my weight, I think he has a big beef with two things, and I think he won't admit it because he knows he's wrong. I think he doesn't like fat people. He doesn't. He's admitted it before. And I used to have a lot of issues with anxiety. And I admitted I was on Lexapro or escitalopram, which is an anti-anxiety med, and that to him is like a mortal sin. And his in real life YouTube channel, I've seen him comment because I know his YouTube channel, and I've just to make sure that my information was right. I followed his YouTube channel, and his comments are identical in how he reacts and acts on his real YouTube channel, and he hates anybody who's on any kind of anti-anxiety, antidepressant. He thinks you're the fucking devil. I've seen it. So there's something, so it doesn't surprise me he's never been to a doctor. I think in his mind it makes him more of a man because he, you know, won't go on anything, even though obviously he probably is schizo. He probably is schizo. You know, he thinks because he's not on anything that makes him healthier. But I could just, yeah, you could just tell, you read his comments, and he's like, oh, you know, you're looking for pity, you're the one who's on medication, and blah, blah, blah. He even said that to me before, but I've seen other people. He said he really, really, really hates people who are on kind of medications, and I know he really hates fat people. So I think in his mind, he's like, why is this fat fuck from the States have a YouTube channel that he's making a living off of? He'll never admit that, because I think that his true colors will show him people, because he remember, he's just a critic, you know, but I think those are his real two issues with me, is that I used to have anxiety issues, and I'm overweight. I really think that's what it is. That's an assumption, I don't know, but I think that's what the real issue is with him. Now, being fat isn't okay, but, you know, being obsessed with someone and hating them because of it is fucking kind of weird too. Plus, yeah, I may have some man titties, but there's some people that are quite a bit bigger than me. Yeah, he does not like fat, overweight people. He does not like them. So do I, Aztec. No. He is not fat. I can tell you that he's not fat. There's something in his mind, too, that he thinks that I did to him. I don't know what it is. He thinks I personally hurt him in some way. And again, he'll never admit to it because he wants to hide behind the critic veil. But in his mind, I personally hurt him somehow. I don't know what it is. I don't even know if it's logical. It may be logical in his mind, but it's not logical to like you or I. Could he be depressed? No, he is depressed. And I'm sure there's a slew of other psychological issues that my buddy has. Yes, I am still going to a video game convention, especially now that the threat that they were trying to throw around was proven fake. The BBC begging. Yeah, I got money for it. But the funny thing is, I got money for that camcorder, and what people who are haters because of that, like, conveniently don't mention is that I paid that all back to a charity and showed it on a video. Every penny. And then when I did that, the excuse went to, oh, you were looking for a tax break. Do you know how much of a tax break I would have gotten on that? It would have been like pocket change. What happened was I ended up getting money back from my taxes that I didn't think I was getting. So you know what? I paid it forward. I'll explain it to you one day over Skype, Becky. It's actually pretty entertaining. No, I don't want a Patreon. I don't want a Patreon. I don't. I have much better shirts and stuff being worked on. I'm not against getting stuff, I'd rather give a product, you know what I'm saying, instead of just getting money. I think that's just no. I mean, I understand you're technically giving something with a Patreon too, but my schedule's all over the place now to begin with, and I have a kid coming. I don't even know if I could do something that would justify a Patreon, to be honest with you. I'm just keeping it real. Maybe way down the line, but it's not even a thought now. I'm talking like years down the line. I don't think anyone will attack me there. I think all he wanted to do was show he had the power to get me kicked out of there. He wasn't going to attack me there. No one was going to attack me there. I'm not worried about it. He's pushing 30. I wish I could, like, put logic into his brain and say, dude, why don't you just, move on with your life and put effort into better things. I don't know. He's like 27, 28. I mean, he's obviously not well. You don't need to be a psychiatrist to see that, So, Rich's critical blend. No, you could tell by how he talks and he's not young. You could tell by that. I already knew that he isn't anyway. I hear someone walking down my stairs. Not even big words. He just, I don't know. He just knows. Just the way he presents himself, you could tell he's a grown-ass man. All right, guys. I got to go run, eat dinner real quick, then I can come down and work. Oh, yeah, he was harassing. ABO, tonight, after I eat dinner, I want to talk to you on Skype. Email me your Skype name. We'll talk on there and get my Twitch set up before I forget. But all right, guys, thank you for coming out. This debate's going to be fun. I got to run now, and I'm going to have videos up tonight.
Have a good one.